What's up, guys? I'm Nomadic Jack, and welcome back to my cookbook workshop. So if you're not familiar with what we're doing here, is I'm doing a cookbook review, and then we're going to be turning this cookbook and different recipes from this into a brand new burger that's going to be coming out at the start of next week. It's been kind of a little passion project of mine, and this cookbook that I'm highlighting today is a very important cookbook to me, as it was actually the first cookbook that was recommended to me while I was working at a restaurant called the Bristol in Chicago by some excellent chefs that I had a great pleasure of learning from. The cookbook is Momofuku by David Chang. A lot of you probably know who David Chang is if you watch different YouTube videos or you watch cooking shows on Netflix. He has gained a big popularity, but he got his start from kind of some humble beginnings with a lot of attitude, a lot of character, and a lot of flavor. This cookbook itself is very amazing, but I love this cookbook because, again, just like my Taste of Country Cooking with Edna Lewis, it tells a story about the chef in general before you get to the recipes. I like to know the chef behind the food because everyone kind of like it's their personality comes through their food. And that's one of the things that I look for when looking for a good cookbook or recipes to follow. Anybody can come up with a great recipe, but being able to execute it, have some attitude, show some style, that's what I'm looking for. So, as we open up this cookbook and get into it, one of the things you'll notice is this cookbook is very visual, has a lot of great photos, but it also provides a lot of really good stories about how David Chang got his start and kind of how, there's a story in there about how he, was cooking regular food one day or he was cooking food for some people, and then he finally just kind of let them know, like, that's not how we do this stuff. This is how I do my food. And then the other thing that I really appreciated was he got to start by cooking food for the industry people. That's how they grew, and to me, that's the best way to do it. Why not cook for your peers first before cooking for the critics? Some of the recipes that we're going to dive into in here is we're going to be going through his pork belly, the roasted Brussels sprouts. There's just a lot of really good recipes in here. He has his Momofuku ramen recipe, and then it also has recipes from not only the Momofuku restaurant, but the Sambar, and which is their little like sandwiches and the lettuce wraps. There's just like a lot of good flavor, a lot of good recipes in here. So as you open it up and you're flipping through it and you're looking through it, it's very beautiful to see, very beautiful to look at. And I'm excited to take these elements and turn it into a really, really good burger. The burger that we're actually going to be doing is I'm still going to be doing my same 80/20 ground beef that I always do, but I'm going to make some substitutions from my normal order. Still going to be doing two different types of, or two beef patties that are seasoned well. But instead of doing bacon, we're going to do his pork belly recipe. And so, because who doesn't love seared pork belly? We're going to be using his roasted Brussels sprouts. And then I'm also going to be using his Momofuku chili crisp, which you can buy in stores yourself. And then I'm going to show you how we can kind of jazz it up a little bit and make it into a really good aioli that's going to go on the burger. Now, a unique thing that's not in this cookbook that I'm going to be doing, but I'm taking the flavors and taking some principles and ideas I've learned, is we're going to be making our own kind of American cheese, but we're going to be using a mozzarella base and making a kimchi style cheese, whatever, that we're going to be calling Kim cheese. I'm going to be posting a couple shorts and a couple reels on how to make these yourself. But overall, the burger that's going to come from here is going to be very, very delicious. I invite you to get this book. You can purchase it on Amazon. I think it's for less than $20 right now, but it is one I highly recommend and is one of my 5 core cookbooks everybody to have and put in your home kitchen. Some of the things are a little challenging. It will push you to try or get out of your comfort zone and try some things. You're going to be buying different ingredients. You're going to be sourcing things, but I promise you, everything that I've cooked out of this cookbook has been amazing. Can't wait for you guys to see and follow along. You'll make this great burger. I got a new flat top griddle that we're going to be doing. I got new cameras so that we can get better angles. And I really hope you're as excited as I am to dive into this new burger. And it's going to have a fun name. Probably going to call it the Momofuku Me. but because it's going to be so damn good. Yeah, I don't want to be too inappropriate, but sometimes the burgers will end up speaking for themselves. If you guys don't already, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow along, and can't wait to get into this.